Hello YouTube, and welcome to episode 2 of Skyrim Requiem modded with hardcore mods. This is my Argonian playthrough, Walks in Shadow. I've decided that narrating in first person is oddly difficult for this character. I don't know why. So I will be saving it for my Khajiit playthrough. I think it's because I like Khajiits a lot more, and I can get into it. Whereas, I guess with this particular backstory, it's kind of hard. But I do enjoy the backstory that I have for this character. I didn't realize you people could come in here. So, currently, Walks in Shadow is in Solitude, and he's been there for roughly the past month. He stumbled upon the Dragonborn Gallery, and decided to help out the High Elf Curator by finding artifacts and things related to the legends of Tamriel and things like that. So he hasn't actually been in combat yet, but he has stolen a lot of things. He's stolen 347 things. I haven't really done too much with pickpocketing. Yeah, trespassing. So, I mean, he's definitely not getting blessed by the Divines ever, except for Nocturnal, which is fine, because that's all that he doesn't really care about Nocturnal, but, thieves and assassins go together. They help each other out. He came back to Solitude. He originally went to Whiterun in a previous recording, and he came back to Solitude because I realized that the gallery had taken all of my alchemy ingredients and stored them safely away. But of course that meant I couldn't get to them. And I can't exactly do really anything without potions and gold. It also took my gold. So we came back here, and I decided I'm gonna make some potions, and then we're gonna try and do some bandit hunting, hopefully. So, yeah, because if you haven't watched the intro video, please do. Shadow is over 250 years old. He was alive during the Oblivion Crisis and was changed into his current form due to the Oblivion Crisis. Sithis told him to go to Skyrim, but Sithis has been incredibly quiet, and that leaves Shadow basically to his own devices because he doesn't know why Sithis is quiet. It's not something he's used to. He did find the keeper of the Night Mother, Cicero, and that was the first time in nearly a month since coming to Skyrim that Sithis actually spoke to him and commanded him to aid the rather insane man. So he did, and managed to get the wagon on its way, but despite being utterly insane, Cicero is still an assassin, and he's very untrustworthy. very suspicious of people, so that are not in the family. And because Shadow is not a member of the Dark Brotherhood, he's not in the family. So Cicero didn't realize that, you know, there was somebody that wanted to help him beyond, you know, just a wagon wheel. But yeah, currently between his little trip to Whiterun and all the lovely things he found in Solitude, he's got 139 items on display. I don't have all of the plugins for this particular mod, but I read on the Nexus that if you have all of the plugins, you can find something like over 2,400 items or 20. Yeah, so I've got quite a few of the mods that go with this. So I will be breaking into random farms and that type of thing in an attempt to find things, find unique items. But yes, so currently his plan is to, well, he wants to break into a Thanes house. She kind of ticked him off. So that's not the Thanes house. And he thinks there's an item there, but he's not sure. So he's a little disconcerted that it's actually open. So he's gonna wait until people are pretty much guaranteed to be asleep. And then break in. As part of the, I guess, issue with this character is that he is over 250 years old. But because this is a completely new game, his stats are those of a newborn, essentially. So I couldn't exactly garlic. I didn't really want to artificially inflate his skills, so I decided that Sithis was angry. And took anger out on Shadow by sealing his skills away and taking his gear that he had. But then Sithis realized its mistake, in that Shadow can't serve him to the best of his ability without some type of, without his skills. So Sithis didn't give him his skills back, but he did the next best thing. I already have that book. At least as far as Sithis is concerned. Pardon me. And he heavily boosted Shadow's stats. Like insanely boosted them. And I know people are gonna be like, you're just making the game so easy for yourself. But, you know, number one, it's my game. It's a single player game. And number two, given the story that I've crafted for him, I need something that makes sense. And yeah, the stats, they're boosted high. but it works with the story. He has very high health, very high stamina, very high magicka. But he doesn't have the skills in anything to make really good use of that. So that's my explanation. I was gonna say justification, but like I said, it's my game. I'm not trying to say, you know, I'm better than anyone, or, you know, turn anyone away, and I apologize, I didn't mean to, you know, offend anyone if I did, but this is my game, and I appreciate you watching it, but I don't want to have to deal with people saying in the comments that, you know, I've taken all the challenge out of the game because he's got stats that he does. It makes sense for the story. It makes sense for the playstyle because he has absolutely no idea. Well, he had an idea, but he lost it. That particular pun was actually not intended, but we'll deal with it. You'll take the key, the money. I really only try and steal things that I have like 100% chance of stealing, simply because I don't like to quick save and quick load multiple times for pickpocketing. So yeah, he's currently sniffing around this Thanes' house, looking for anything of interest, and he's found quite a bit. I've talked about how I boosted his stats, but I've never actually hadn't shown you yet. So yeah, currently the reason they're all green is because they're getting a plus 10 from Frostfall. But his stamina is 650, his health is 490, and his magic is 432. And his speech is suffering because of something. Oh, because he's dirty. Yeah, I have bathing in Skyrim installed, so I have to, like, go away. Keep myself clean. Otherwise, my speechcraft and my skills, my regeneration rates and whatnot go down. So, but he spent the month working on his combat skills, mostly, and obviously his sneak. I mean, he's got his marksmanship up to 25, he's got his one-handed up to 25 by training with the guards, and he's more surprised that he really hasn't been thrown out of the city at this point. Just because that was his experience in Windhelm, so he's kind of... I don't think he knows what to expect. Oh, I stole from this guy already. Yeah, he had the bottle. But yeah, the cleaning lady was onto me. She knew I was there and was following me around like a good little servant, I guess. So I couldn't really steal too much of anything. Even like easy stuff, because the entire point of a thief is not to get caught. So, yeah, we're gonna go elsewhere. And he does actually have a quest from the curator, the museum curator, to go to elsewhere and get a staff for the museum, but there's no way, even with followers, that I'm anywhere near ready to go to elsewhere. It's just not gonna happen. So we do have that to. Will you go away, people? Leave me alone. He does have that to look forward to, and he did buy some spells from what's her name in the Blue Palace? The court wizard. I can't remember her name. He did buy several spells, including some destruction, some interesting conjuration, and some restoration. Yeah, I don't want that equipped. So, that's really what he spent his money on. You couldn't really find a trainer for much here because, I mean, there's not many people that are gonna teach him how to sneak and everything, and unfortunately, the Khajiit caravan that he found, see that this is part of it. It's a nice gem. The Khajiit caravan that stops in Solitude had the speechcraft trainer, which wasn't useful to him because he can just level it by making potions and selling potions and oops. I did not mean to drink. That was funny. But I did not mean to do it. So. Yeah. I don't really need. Wow, okay. We're running. We're out. Goodbye. I should have figured because I was jumping around. Out with a master lock. And what are you? What are you? What are you? Ooh, we'll go in here. So yeah, that's it. it's such an ingrained habit of mine. So, yeah. If you get a chuckle out of it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But, guess what I'm trying to say is just don't be surprised when I say dagnabbit. So, are there any books in here I don't have? Yeah. I might have to, though. Because I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting frustrated, I should say. Unique. I still can't figure out where this thing goes. So I have a I have a wash rag. Oh, I wiped myself clean. Oh yeah. You're supposed to only be able to bathe either in the tub or at waterfalls. So you end up de-equipping all your items when you use the wash rag. I knew there was a reason I didn't use it. Too much. My magic... Yeah, so now I'm not dirty. But I'm not clean either. I haven't quite figured out like how to get clean in particular. But it's not that big of a concern. So we're gonna I think we're gonna head to Riften. And hopefully get started on the Thieves Guilds. Because with the tent mod I've got installed, I can make a shrine to Nocturnal. And possibly get blessings from that, even though I know I haven't stolen nearly enough stuff yet.
Shop. Oh?
Yeah! Get away! Leave me alone. But still, it would be nice. Seriously, what's wrong with my... Oh, it's the... Yeah, okay. It's the mead that I drank on accident. Yeah, see, this is the Khajiit thing I was talking about. He trains you... He trains me in lockpicking, it wasn't speechcraft.
May your road lead
But either way, it's like...
Welcome to Khajiit's humble camp.
It's not something you really
I welcome
need.
you, friend. Take a look.
In a sense, because... lockpicking will just level itself up. See, this is soap. They have different effects. I can make soap. If I really, really wanted to. I probably did at some point. Marksmanship. So... Alright, moon sugar. Do I have anything to sell you people? I'll take a bunch of garlic. Pickaxe. Maybe better if I drink that.
That you will come to do. Khajiit welcomes you. Take a look.
And see what that does for what I was looking at. Oh, the moon sugar. mostly to make elsewhere fondue. I can make that back.
Until our next meeting, if such is fated.
Not right now, but
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
so yeah. I thought I got rid of the salt requirement. Doesn't matter.
Come and see what goods I offer.
So we are heading. We're heading to Riften. Maybe not. I think there's one more place I haven't been yet. Oh, and that was the mead wearing off. Considering the fact that they're going to wake up anyway, we'll see if we can do this during the day. 'Cause I know there's stuff. I've taken all the. Oh crud! I'm freezing to death. Okay. That's bad. Very, 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 very bad. Totally was not paying attention. Okay. So glad I didn't put my little tent away. Or my big tent. I guess. Whatever. It goes there. One of the few things I have had Shadow doing is going outside the walls and building campfires.
Just don't know what to do anymore.
So he doesn't have much in the way of endurance perks, but he has the very useful ability to light campfires very quickly. Because that particular perk is maxed out. The I don't even remember what it's called. But yeah. So he can we can look at it. Yeah, so he still didn't get like an endurance perk, but he did max out all of the firecraft so that his tinder lights 28 seconds faster, which is why even though he was freezing to death, he could still light it.
Hear me. Well, what are you doing?
I can't remember how many campfires I had to make. But we'll just hang out in his tent. Yeah, so this is the tent. The mod is Tentapalooza. So I'm not quite sure. I guess we're an explorer? Like a dwemer ruin diver in this particular camping set. They've got, you can have a witch set, you can have an Ashlander set, and you can have a Dawnguard set, like a vampire thing. It's actually really cool. But, Tentapalooza. So we're just doing the canvas, so we get the Ashlander, And I'm not really sure like what the default is, but I set the canvas to protect me in rain and snow. Mystical, we got the witch, and then there's a Dawn Guard theme, and you got the vampire theme, and the vampire theme over here. Like I said, I'm not sure what the default does, but I just made it so protected against both rain and snow, because it is incredibly heavy. So we'll pack it up, destroy this, and try our hand again. That most certainly caught me off guard. Which I guess is why I'm not sure if the meters are working, because it just glows gold. Which I think it's supposed to. But I don't know. And we're in. And yes, there is stuff. There's another gem, and then there's a unique, very cool looking figurine. I really need... I'll take the raw beef, which of course slows me down. Let's eat some dog meat. I think that's why I like to play the beast race, because you can eat raw meat without the Ring of Nimira. And I like that. It makes sense that you can do something like that. Okay, so yeah, see, this is another thing of soap. I need that for something in Whiterun. Alright, so yeah, they just had the stone and the bear figurine, which... Work with me here. Which is actually really cool and really well done. In my opinion. I know there's several different types of figurines. I know there's a saber cat, a deer, I think. I don't know about the rest, but there are a bunch of different unique figurines that actually, you know, are in interesting places. So yeah, we have to place it and then we can open it and use it. And it's our bottomless pit. I know I could just pop one of my stews, but since we're not going to combat, I don't want to do that. And we're just kind of walking around town. We're just going to be walking around town. I don't really want to do that. Because it's just a waste of a stew. Give me the garlic. So. And I keep finding the raw meat. Is it raw meat? I don't know. Either way, we gotta go hunt some wolves. Be able to make some more bestial stew. I can never kill the birds. I think I did one time and then like my game freaked out. And crashed the desktop when I tried to find it. Because I had to use the, I had to toggle the collision off. And my game was like, nope. No, not gonna go to that. Not gonna do that. So, yeah, it ended up crashing to desktop, so I've never really tried to, like, kill the birds again. Kill the hawks. But I'll have to do that at some point because I need... Dude, talk to me.
Yes? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, and this is, complete fast travel overhaul.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
I should probably have him drop me off at Iverstead. Just to, like, get that marker there. But
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
since I don't use fast travel,
If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar
Oh.
Eatery.
it wouldn't really
Lots
do
of
me
that,
any
and
good.
Forget all about the long trip.
I mean, it would do me good, but...